Time for my 145th John Carpenter game. Wants to be Millionaire, the Australian first edition for the DVD.
Right, you have 15 questions and 3 lifelines. The very best of luck. Let's play. Okay, for
Okay.
$100. Here's question number 1.
Ronald Biggs was one of the gang who carried out the Great What robbery of 1963. Train, plane, automobile, bus. Hashtag Christ alive!
Excellent. Right answer. Have a look at question number 2. It's worth $200.
British Prime Minister from 1990 to 1997 was John who? Colonel, Captain, Major, Sergeant, Deputy John Major. There was a question about which event did not occur in the 90s, and
Correct answer.
one of it was John Major as PM, which online that celebrity ended up going. The correct was actually Eden Project, which Eden Project was 2001.
Here's
So.
question number 3. It's worth $300.
A tribute to which member of the Beatles is situated in Central Park in New York City? Paul McCartney, John Lennon, George Harrison, Ringo Starr. That'd be John Lennon.
No problems there. It's correct. Remember, a wrong answer here, and you will leave with nothing. I'm sure that won't happen. Question number 4.
Which of these values is the largest? 0.7, 0.69, 2/3, 3/4. It'd be 3/4, which is 0.75.
That's correct. Well played. Get the next question correct, and you'll leave with at least $1,000. Good luck. Here comes question number 5.
Okay. Which famous wall came down in 1989? Wall of China, Berlin Wall, Hadrian's Wall, well, that'd be the Berlin Wall.
Congratulations. That's the right answer. You've reached the first milestone. That's $1,000. Have a look at question 6. It could double your money to $2,000. A rising share market is also referred to as a what market? Meat, bear, bull,
That'd be a
black.
bull market.
Of course it is. That's the right answer. Here comes a question. 7 out of a possible 15. It's worth $4,000. Good luck. Who won the men's singles title at the 2004 Australian Open Tennis Tournament? Agassi, Ferrero, Federer,
Be Roger Federer won the tournament, and Andre Agassi, Juan Carlos Ferrero, Roger Federer, Marat Safin, and Marat Safin winning the 2005 event actually the year after.
Okay, if you choose the right answer to the next question, you can double your money to $8,000. Let's have a look at question 8 of 15. Which of these films was not directed by Baz Luhrmann? Strictly Ballroom, Romeo and Juliet, Mad Max 2, Moulin
Big
Rouge.
Mad Max 2, which was George Miller, not Mark Bass
Of course
Lerman.
it is.
Yeah, Mad Max
That's
2,
the
I
right
think,
answer.
was before the other films. Max 2, I think, I think it's 84 actually, it's Mad Max 2.
The jumps are starting to get a lot bigger now. Here is question 9 for a possible $16,000. Which US city is home to the famed Mormon Tabernacle Choir? Salt Lake City, Atlantic, Kansas, New
That'd be
York.
a Salt Lake City. Atlantic City, people wondering, is New
That's the right
Jersey.
answer.
And the Kansas City is in Missouri, and the New York City, obviously, in New York.
Okay, this is where the drops start to get steeper. Get the next question wrong, and you lose $15,000. Get it right, and you win $32,000 guaranteed. Ended by India in 2001, what was Australia's record-breaking winning streak in Test cricket? 17, 15,
That'd be 15, but the correct answer is actually 16 in a row. And people like that was the test where India won at being forced to follow on, actually. So.
Question number 11 is worth $64,000. You can still walk away with $32,000 even if you get it wrong. Let's hope you don't. What nationality is UN Secretary General Kofi Annan? Ghanaian, Nigerian, South African, Zambian.
That'd be Ghanaian. There is a question in both the UK and the Australian fan picture edition means about what country was Kofi Annan born. That one is Ghana, so one of few cases of question being reused, albeit a bit egregiously. So because this question just tells you what nationality Kofi Annan tells what you know what country was born in, which just doesn't make any sense. So, again, I was not the question writer this game, but I had to criticize him. So.
With a population of over 100 million, Java is only half the size in area of which Australian state? Queensland, Tasmania, South Australia, Victoria.
That'd be a Victoria, and I think how it is. Anytime Victoria's an option choice, it's usually Victoria's right answer. So.
You're absolutely right. Right, now just relax and take your time. The next question is number 13 of a possible 15. If you answer and you're wrong, you will drop back to $32,000. Here's the question for $250,000.
All right.
The hero of Orwell's novel, 1984, has a morbid fear of which creatures? Rats, cockroaches, snakes,
That'd be rats. Episode 69 minimized. This question popped up. And Fiona McVeigh in the usual. We'll never know the true identity of Fiona McVeigh, but she says she likes older men, and boy, oh boy, I think this week's Millionaire Live was just utterly fucked up. Fiona was at her outright worst that day.
You will lose $218,000. Have a look at question number 14 and think very carefully about what you want to do. The Kerguelen Islands are a French-administered archipelago in which ocean? Arctic, Atlantic, Indian, Pacific.
That'd be the Indian Ocean.
Of course it is. That's the right
That's
answer.
just because it's 1 in 20 odds, actually. So I'll say for this one. Look at that dark. There's no picture, so.
Fantastic.
I'll say for this one.
Game so far, and now have $500,000. But we would really like to give you
Joseph Stalin, which would be pretty
Take as long as you need. Here comes the $1 million question. A pioneer in photography was the Englishman William Henry Fox, who? Hubert, Corbett, Talbot, Cameron.
William Henry Fox Talbot.
You could have walked away with $500,000. Instead, you'll be walking away with $1 million. That's the right answer. Fantastic. What a tremendous game. All 15 questions answered correctly. Well done. You are a virtual millionaire. Well done, and thank you for playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, I think what I prefer this game more than the fan picture edition game is that, well, when you win the million in this game, it automatically goes to Eddie McGuire's closing thing and then the outro. In the fan picture edition game, you have to click X. That being said, thanks for watching.